Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been doing alright. Today I'm going to do a different video which I hope to make into a series, maybe once a month or something. I don't know whether to get my jump on or not, it's so hot right now. What? But as you can see, I have a camera behind me that I'm going to film, and I'm going to try and do a drawing. And it's just going to be a relaxing video. I'm not going to cut it much. I might cut here and there maybe if my camera dies or something and I need to change the batteries. But it's going to be a longer video, a much longer video than like I don't know what I sort of usually do. So yeah, I have an idea for a drawing. I have some sort of sketches I've done here of like how I kind of want it to look, but to be honest, I'm kind of going in blind. And the whole point is that like I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay, isn't it? Am I out of focus? Yeah, I am. Hello. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of give it my best shot, and see what happens. I'll tell you what though, it's kind of awkward drawing like this because this isn't a desk. This is like a chest of drawers, so I actually can't put my legs under anywhere. I'm just gonna work out the basic composition of it. I know I want it to kind of be sort of, you know, triangular, I guess. So it's going to be like a sort of a boy with like, he's kind of floating and he's got like fire behind him, and he's going to be wearing like a dark blue kind of like I don't know if you can see in the picture, but I have these like sketches here. So he's going to be wearing like a dark blue sort of cloak. He's going to have black hair. He's not going to have any legs, but he'll have shoes. And I was sort of experimenting with like fire here, so you can see like colours, but I think this is all too colourful, and I'm going to go with something a bit more, hopefully a bit more like watercolour-y, like like this. Yeah, literally just then my freaking camera died. I think one of my batteries has always had it. Also, the real issue about drawing at an angle is that everything always looks sort of worse when you put it the right way up. I guess I kind of want it to fold into like a collar, like that. I mean, I don't know if you can actually see anything full stop, but we'll see. So I've sort of completely disregarded my my triangle that I drew, but I drew a triangle to kind of create like this composition, and I wanted it to be like a triangle going inwards, so it looks like he's kind of coming out of a bottle with like fire. But like that's kind of the effect, but I've kind of disregarded that, which is great. That's alright, I'm not there yet with it all, but every drawing is a step closer. It's impossible to, you know, be freaking I don't know what the word is. Try and like make a drawing be perfect. Perfection is something that you sort of develop over time, I think, and obviously you can never actually be perfect, so you can get better and better, and then you'll create your best work sort of easily. I don't want to get too transfixed on just like one drawing. And I tell you what I have forgotten. I don't have a rubber anywhere, which is a bit annoying. Thought that was one of my pencil case. I don't know, I don't know what colours to use, and I think it's a decision I'm kind of going to make when I've got most of everything in place, and then, you know, those little bits. Anyway, I don't really want to talk about the painting, because the idea of this video is kind of that, like, obviously you can sit and watch it, but maybe you'd paint as well, or do something, and we can just hang out for a bit. So, like, I don't know if I want to be talking about what I'm doing. It'd be nice to talk about other things, you know. But the problem is I have to concentrate because I'm not that good. Right, I'm just gonna sort of leave it like that for now. I did have a couple sketches of kind of how I wanted the fire to go around him. No, I can't remember. And I've just noticed something. It kind of looks like here, and again, I don't know if you can see, this might be completely stupid, and like I said, it's my first time doing a video like this. I haven't actually done a practice one, because I just want to sort of get under it. You know, I always think, if you do a practice video and then it goes well, what do? I guess you can post it, but like, what if other, you know, I don't know, part of it, you know, I'm just going to post it. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong, like, no one has to watch it. But here, it kind of looks like he's got his like back curved, and he's coming in like this could be his whole body, and he's got like a bit of a hunchback, or he's got his other half here coming in, and then that's like his whole body, sort of like that. I'm just going to rub out the fire and try it again. It's not quite looking how I want it. Now, top tip. No, not a top tip. I need some advice. The opposite of a tip. When you put watercolour over the top, which is what I'm doing watercolour by the way. How do you get rid of the pencil markings after you've coloured over them? The same way, I haven't quite figured out how I'm doing this fire, because nothing really is working at the moment. Bruh, do I cut that out? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know how to do this fire. Okay, let's have a go. Right. Okay, so that's green, so that's a good start. For some reason, my water is green. That won't do. I'm just gonna change it. Well, it didn't look green when I poured it out, so maybe it was just a paintbrush that was. Right. Let's actually see if we can get this. I feel like this is going to go not well. Actually, no, that's not true. It will go well. It will be good. It's not that hard. Right. I'm going to wet the brush. Plus, this is literally just a practice. And I'm going to go, first of all, I'm just going to do yellow. So that's that colour there. And fire starts off, it's lighter in the middle, and then the further out you go, the more darker the flames get, I think that's true. So I'm just gonna think about like my values and stuff, like, not that I really know much about values yet. Right, okay. So let's get some more yellow. And we'll go up to the top here. And I was looking at a fire on like Pinterest, like watercolour fire. And I found some nice ones, but I found one I really like, and I've just kind of got that in my mind as I paint this. Now remember, I'm not good. So feel free to laugh at me. And I hope that me not being good makes you feel better about your drawings. You know, whatever they may be like. But also remember that art, you make art for fun. Art has to be for fun. So I'm not actually trying to be good, I'm trying to have fun right now. That's isn't always possible. Right. Okay, so that looks shit, but we're gonna roll with it. And now I'm gonna do, I don't even know if you can actually see this on my other camera. But imagine if this whole video I made and then you just couldn't see anything. Now I'm going to go in with the orange. Let's just see what happens. And yeah, it's just about seeing what happens. It's just about making mistakes and, you know, going with them. Rolling with them. So I'm going to use less water because I want this orange to be quite thick. I just wonder what fire really looks like, you know. So I am glad I'm doing a little practice here, because otherwise this would have gone quite badly, I think. Well, actually, this is going really badly. It's actually making me slightly worried. Just because I'm not good. That's alright, we can be good. I think this kind of this shape of this fire is all wrong. If I just go and like, well, lines like that, does that look better? Yeah, it actually does look better. Now I wonder why, if someone could tell me, paint can clump up when you're doing watercolour. Just little dots. You can just get little dots of paint. It almost looks like there's another particle in there, maybe from the brush or the paper. Is that what that's from, if anyone knows? Not that anyone will watch this video. I don't know why I'm talking like this, billions of people watch. It's probably just me. So I might just have to Google that one. Okay, now I quite like this. I've got 3 here, and I'm going to try and figure out why this looks better than the one above it, if you can see. Like, this one looks better than that one. And I think it's just because the shapes I've used, there's only 3 of them. Here there's about 20, okay? It's just a bit smarter looking. And it doesn't look amazing, but it looks passable, you know. And that's, at my level, it's all I want. I just want my work to look passable. And I'm just gonna do dashes of red here and there. Now this looks really bad now, but I have a better idea of what I want to do. And I'm gonna just start off with yellow instead of orange, which is what I was supposed to do, but I just sort of got carried away. So I'm going to try that again. I'm going to do the flames in kind of in streaks. So let's see what happens. Oh, I just did orange again. That's smart. Let's wipe that off. We'll get some yellow. The main issue with what I'm doing is that I'm painting from the wrong angle. When you see artists, they obviously have easels and they paint in front of them, so they're level with their work. Right now, I'm not level with my work. My work is skewed, basically. It's above me, and I'm sort of looking down at an angle, which means, like my perspective's wrong. So my perspective's going to be wrong when I actually look at the painting. Hopefully, it'll be fine because it's kind of a cartoony painting. But it's just one of those things. It's like when you finish a painting and then you look at it properly and it looks awful. It's like the face is all wonky and stuff. It's like if you paint on Photoshop, it's like when you take away your line or your scribbly lines. I don't know what the meme is. Okay. I have to admit, a little bit confused. Art can really be so scary sometimes. Trust me, I've had quite a bad artistic block for the last few years actually, and found myself being scared to write any stories or anything like that. You know, and I think that's something that comes with art. It's unfortunately sometimes comes with a little bit of fear. The more scared you are, probably means that you have something maybe quite important inside of you, something that means a lot to you. If you're not scared, if you're really excited about it, it's equally true. It's important to try and let go of that fear and realise that there's actually nothing really to be scared of when you're making art. It's actually a very beautiful thing that humans can do it so well. At least in some cases, not in this case, but in some cases. So that's another flame I've just done there. Just trying to think again. What could be better? Now Tolkien, Professor Tolkien, who wrote The Lord of the Rings, he does his flames like he'll come out like that and then go back in, and I like that. I like the way that looks, but I don't know if it quite works for my piece. Maybe if I just did, oh look, okay, I've just developed the brush technique here for myself. So I'm going to try that again. If I press the brush flat, bring it in, and then you can go out again like that, and that creates quite a nice flame effect there. And if I want to be thicker, I can just go wee. See, depending on how much I press down on the canvas. So you see, I am learning because I'm very much a beginner when it comes to painting, especially watercolor. All kinds of painting, but right now watercolor. I'm going to come with a bit of red, and I'm just going to mark it. It's territory there. So I'm just going to go with the natural, where the orange was naturally darker. I'll put a bit of red there. Okay. So I feel slightly better. What I'm still not sure about is the exact kind of how I want the flames to come out of him here, because they're actually going to be far bigger than what I've just drawn there. So and I think I've decided I'm going to actually rub out this part of them here, and instead go with just this half bit here. You'll see what I mean if you can see my paper, which I don't know if you can. So just this bit will be him now. Which means I am going to I'll have to redo the smoke slightly. I still like these two blue bits maybe coming here, and then having some flame sort of coming out the back of here. So it'll actually be quite a small drawing, to be honest. And I've kind of lost my triangle shape, as in I've rubbed it out. So that's sort of a full of wisdom. Okay, so if I can make the flames kind of come out here, then go into this point here. I'm hoping that will kind of make him look like he's shooting out of a bottle, almost. He's not actually shooting out of a bottle, but it will give that effect of like a potion kind of bubbling up, because it's obviously a slightly fantastical drawing. I don't know, I was just thinking I might just jump in there with a big brush and just do it, whack on some flames, but oh, I just put some water on there, so that's a good start. That brush was wet, I didn't know. But I really don't know if that's a wise idea. I'm just trying to look at it. I don't want it to feel like all the flames coming out of his back, because right now it kind of does feel like that. If I just use let's get stuck in. It's scary obviously to put the first bit of paint onto the canvas, but I think that's something that, you know, I can overcome if I do it. I'm just really trying to picture it in my head, and I can't quite picture the flames. I sort of know what they look like, but individually, my vision for them isn't really that strong. But we're just gonna go for it here. Now this is where everything, and you know I mean everything, will just start to go wrong. Right. Sometimes if you make flaming sound effects, they'll turn out better. Now what I am trying to do is I am really trying to concentrate on what I'm doing. I'm really trying to look at it. What would be really good if I had a mic like right down here, so you could hear all my like tapping and brushing and whatnot. I think that would be quite relaxing. Might do that. I also hope you can't hear the music I'm listening to on my headphones, because that would kind of ruin everything. Trying to think about how this next flame comes in just here behind him. Right, okay. I can kind of see what I'm doing. Now I'm definitely picking up little black bits from someone, which is not good. Don't know where that comes from. No idea, really. Don't quite know what to do about that. I think I'll just try to pick them out with my fingertip at some point. The problem with watercolours is that because they're so sort of weak looking or faint, you do get stuff stuck in there, which I don't normally mind, just because I'm actually trying to do like a proper painting instead of one of these silly things behind me. Just like that. And I'm trying here. Okay, so we've kind of got the orange down. I'm just going to try and exaggerate the flames a bit more. Have the bits that go out, just the curves a bit more. And this is actually, okay, it's not what Tolkien's flames looks like when he makes art, but it's the same. Like I've been inspired by that. I think I've stolen from that. So that's interesting because I wasn't planning on doing that. and then I just kind of did. So I wonder why. Am I too close to the camera? Probably am, right? I'm also out of focus, so that's always good as a filmmaker to do that. Okay. I can see the final bit of orange. Oh, drop my paper. That I need to get here. Just a bit more. Bit of water. Now, I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to watercolors. I am just experimenting, but I am actually having fun, which is nice. Now, what usually happens with my drawings is that I get to a point where I'm quite happy with them, and then I do something like a finishing touch, and that almost always messes it up. So I'm going to try and avoid that this time, but it would be funny if I sort of did something that then just was like, yeah, okay, it looked better before, or you know, I'm not quite there yet with it. But we'll see. And like I said, I'm just following where the value of the watercolour, the opacity of it is already darker in some places, and I'm just trying to follow that. So where the watercolour naturally spread, I'm just trying to do that. And again, we'll just make the curves a bit more curvy, so it looks a bit more like a flame. Not that that's kind of what it's doing. I actually kind of imagine it to be flickering for a while. He's just sort of stood there watching us as it flickers around. Right, okay, so I wonder if there's a way I can... Okay, I see sort of what I've done wrong there. This bit was supposed to be part of the same flame, but I've done it like separately. Can you even see what I'm doing? I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I really, really do. Doing stuff like this, it just makes me want to make films. I want to make films for my YouTube channel so bad. I really hope I start doing it soon. I have been writing, and I've been writing some quite fun stuff, and I'm sticking with a cyberpunk story at the moment. But I don't know if I'll make it into a film. It would be nice just to do a little one, you know, and really get back into it. But I want to start focusing on my YouTube channel and putting stuff out there, and hopefully putting films out there. Because really, it's what I love. It's what I love doing. And you know, there's plenty of bad things in the world, and I think for the last couple of years, I've been quite focused on those bad things, whether it's stuff I see on my phone, like in the world, or just things going wrong in my life. Not that anything's really gone wrong, but you know, just you can become kind of transfixed on the bad things, and I think getting over bad things is quite hard. But you can let them go, and I think to do that, try and invite as many good things as you can into your life, and follow the good things, you know. And I think you'll naturally find that for a lot of the bad things going wrong, or the things that you're focused on, good things act as like a natural remedy. You'll be able to get over it. Like for example, doing art and painting, and if you can do this in a sort of a more carefree way, which I'm obviously not doing it, I'm going on about how wrong this all is, but if you can be carefree about it, and if you can just make art to express yourself, it's like letting out all that negative energy onto a piece of paper or something. But right now I'm not. This is I've also had this idea kicking around for ages, so you know, I think making art is really hard. Like, doing it for yourself is how you're supposed to make art. Like and Rick Rubin's, the creative actor, talks about the best pieces of art is like, it's a great time to take a drink of water. Is someone who just, you know, they do it entirely for themselves. It's like a man who builds a house and he knows no one will ever see the house, but he takes ages making everything look perfect. That's the best piece of art. It's just to do it for yourself. But we live in a world that, you know, you can put your art out there and you show everyone it, on the internet, everyone is on the internet, right? So you're putting it out to the entire world. It's hard not to think about what other people think, and it's hard not to make art for other people. But I do believe that your art always suffers if you do that. I can say that for my own self, when I try and write for, not for other people, but for the wrong reasons, I guess, I just never come up with anything good. And I've had to learn just to trust, follow the things that I'm into, you know, the things that make me want to be an artist, the things that make me become an artist, like, you know, space and things that I love. Or, you know, things like this, right? It's like, do it for that, you know, don't try and change yourself. That's the main thing. Don't try and change yourself. If you change, that's great, follow it, but don't try and change yourself for other people, because just simply because your art won't be any good. Not on a technical level, but on like an expressive level, it will be a bit soulless, I think. And I think yeah, I don't know. I think that's the amazing thing about being an artist, is that if you can follow your art, if you can follow your creativity, it's like a line, it's like a pathway back to your inner self, your sort of your childlike self. If you can follow that path, and that's where your creativity lies, because we're all really creative, and you might think that you've lost your creativity or whatever, but you haven't. It's still in your head, and it's still just as creative as it's ever been, even since when you were a child. But you can lose your sort of pathway towards it, but you can always uncover that. You can always uncover your pathway. It's really up to you, but it's quite hard, and it's not something I've quite done yet, but it's something I'm, you know, trying to do. Sorry, I just burped there, it's disgusting. It's because, you know, when I'm making these videos, I'm like, oh, I'm on my own, I can do what I want, but I forget people might be watching me. If anyone's made it this far into the video, I'd be surprised. Okay, let's stop this now and let's do a different colour. Let's go back to my blues. And I'm so uncomfortable. Right. I already got my legs spread like a frog, and that's the wrong pots. So I want these to be, again, quite light. I'm just going to go along and give us some stripes out. And I've got to think carefully about these stripes, because I might just do another pass on the blue and just make it slightly darker. See if I can just get the curvature of his frame in here. Actually, I quite like the idea of him having his coat just sort of being slightly magical and having the lines just sort of going straight up. Don't know if that work, that effect will carry that, almost like it's a window, almost like his cloak is like a window into another world. Hey, maybe it's Sebastian's cloak, I didn't even think of that. I do think cloaks are cool. I'd like a cloak of my own, to be honest, but yeah, I'd have to actually get a cool one, you know. I used to go around wearing a purple cloak at university, but it wasn't very cool, to be honest. Right, here we go. I'll just get down here. Okay, I think I'm going to now do the next pass of blue. So if I just get some darker colours. And I'll do the stripes. And it's not working. No, I don't know why that didn't work, but that definitely looks terrible. Okay. I might even actually dab some of this up. Just because those stripes did not work. I think I shouldn't have done a second pass. I think it was already like dark enough. But I do need to concentrate. Okay. Ugh. I'm going to try this again. So I think it just was a bit too dark. Instead I'm just going to go like this. Can I actually give them a bit of shading? Don't know if it will work. You see? Doesn't make much sense to go up there with the shading, but you know what? I don't care. I wasn't even trying to do that. Right, now, I'm going to try and find another blue. Darker blue. Still got this one. Don't want to mess anything up, obviously. Just go in a little bit of water. Just So I have actually accidentally done some shading on his coat. Well, I say accidentally, like I wasn't planning on doing any. The only issue is it kind of is nonsensical shading. But it looks okay. I mean, you know, it's fine. I can deal with it. Okay, it really doesn't look that great, but it looks okay. Like it doesn't, like I said earlier, what was I trying to say? Like to make something just look passable. That's kind of my aim at the moment. So I'm really not that good at drawing. So if I can make this drawing look passable, you know, that wouldn't be so bad. Just the wrong water again. Drop my paints again. I really don't know if this looks good or if this does not look good. I don't really know if it matters too much right now. Right, okay. That's that. I still got to decide what colour his collar will be. But now though I'm going to move on and do some red fire. Oh, exciting. Okay, let's have a look here. See what I can do before I get too carried away and mess everything up again. Actually, not again. I haven't quite messed everything up yet. It still looks alright. So it looks alright. I think maybe I could have just started the red higher up and not come down all the way here, just because it kind of makes the flame look a bit weird, but it's okay, it's alright. It's not the best thing in the world. Just trying to have red bits here that spurt off with the rest of the flames. Maybe these shouldn't all be red, you know. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm really excited because my little cat is on holiday at the moment and he's about to get back. How exciting is that? So I might have to pause the video again and go and see my cat. I hope you forgive me. Some things are a little bit more important than art. And your cat getting back from a holiday is one of them. Right, that doesn't look like the worst thing in the world. I do kind of want to take a break though, so I don't really know what to do. I think I will take a break. There are certain things I don't quite know what to do with. Like, I think I need a lighter yellow just to come along in these white bits here. And I need to give some more of these orange, just these fibres. Some of them just need a bit more light shape, you know. But I think we're getting there, and look, it doesn't look half bad, does it? Alright, I'm gonna do some, maybe some darker red if I have darker red. Can't see a darker red anywhere. Ooh, is that one? This could be. It's about the same. It's good. About this one. Ooh. It's also about the same. So I got lots of different reds that are all the same colour. So that's handy. How do you make a darker red? Do you mix it with blue? I'm actually not sure. I could try mixing it with blue. I don't know. Yeah, it sort of worked. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to make it look 3D, but if I do, that's all about values. And I don't know what values are. but I'm going to do my best. It's kind of hard now. I'm going to cut this out and see if I can just stick it on. Is that cheating? Maybe this is cheating. I don't care. Actually, there's no such thing as cheating when it comes to art. So okay. Might not fit. I mean, I'd be lucky if it does fit, to be honest. So, okay, well, it does work, actually. Okay. Let's give his head a little bit. It does look a bit weird. When it dries, I'm going to give him red cheeks, I think. What I'm going to do is that brown, but a dark brown. I think he's starting to look like me. Which is funny. Originally I was going to do black hair, and I might still do that actually. But I'm going to do brown first and then see. Or, you know, a bit of both. Okay, his face is very watery at the moment, so I'm just going to leave it. Have some tea. I think he looks okay. He doesn't look amazing, but looks pretty good. It definitely looks better than I thought it would look. I thought, honestly, it would go very wrong. So, that's not so bad. I think his face needs a little bit of work, though. Wish it would dry up a little bit. I'm just going in and adding the black, but in all honesty, I don't really know what I'm doing. I think you probably know that by now. Right. Just got a different paintbrush, one with no black on, and I might just go with a bit more colour on the cheeks. Okay, well I've sort of tried to do it properly, but to no avail. Should I leave him now? I'm going to go around his body with a black pen. Well, that works. I don't know what all my black pens are. I have sort of hundreds of them there. Okay, there is some in here. So let's see what this looks like. So it's again one of those things that will make or break it. But it looks alright. that doesn't look so bad there. Okay, let's see, let's add a bit more colour. So I've got these coloured pencils here. I'm just gonna go around and push. I want to make it a bit more actually like colourful. So like, I've got a purple one. Purple obviously goes with blue and with red and the orange. I want it to kind of bring in everything together a little bit. But again, this could very well make it or break it. And I'm just going to do the same with green pencil. The green can go with the blue and with the yellow in the more, lighter areas. Hopefully just give everything a bit more colour, although I'm not really sure if these are really working. In fact, if anything, probably made it look a little bit too busy right there. That's okay, doesn't matter. So I think we're actually almost done. Whilst I wait for the face to dry though, what I am going to do is just add a little bit of background colour. For whatever reason, I don't know why, I want it to be pink. I'll get this red lid back on. So I don't know if I actually have a pink. So I'm just going to mix these colours together. We need a new mixing thingy. Right. Probably a little bit dark at the moment, so I would like it to be lighter, just so it's slightly like off. It's not completely pink, but it's not completely white. At the moment though, it is completely pink. I did say I wanted him to come out of a skull, but actually I think he looks okay. I don't think there's any sort of story missing here. I think I like the simplicity of it all, to be honest. go, almost done. I did want to add some writing somewhere, like a little poem or something, but I'm not really too sure what. Okay, I know what. I'm going to add in black writing, strange is the sorcerer who sits in his chair. But first, I want to add some red cheeks. I want my brush to be dry. Because I don't want to accidentally make my face red. Okay, it's a little bit on the nose, I think. They look very red. Okay, so before I write this, I'm gonna have to make sure I know how to actually spell everything. Because I don't know how you spell sorcerer. Although, I do, but I want to get it right. Okay. So, it turns out I did spell sorcerer wrong. So I'm going to write, strange is the sorcerer who sits in his chair. Okay, so that definitely doesn't look good, but whatever. It's fine. I actually quite like it overall. I mean, it's not awful. There's definitely mistakes. There's definitely bad parts, but overall, could be worse. We're getting there. I'm definitely going to do another one of these videos. I actually really enjoyed it. Next time, I might do it slightly differently. I might record everything and then just do a talking thing over the top. That way I can talk about other stuff, I can talk about my life, I can talk about whatever. I don't even have to talk all the time. But this way was fun, but I think the other way you'd have two separate camera angles and that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, I'll see what happens. But that won't be for a little while. I'm going to try and think of some more videos I could do in between then, and well, I'll see you soon. So thanks very much for watching. I hope your painting or whatever you were doing went well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.